Greetings everyone. Today we'll be doing a review of the 8.9 wireless CarPlay and Android Auto touchscreen panel brought to us by Roadtop. To give you some context of how I came across this product, I've been driving rideshare service Lyft now for over 4 years, and I drive a 2013 Cadillac XTS, so I needed a simple, non-invasive solution since I was not able to find car electronic installers that could integrate a great aftermarket solution into my car's outdated panel. Now, of course, there's always the option of using a phone mount, connecting the phone to Bluetooth in order to use that device directly for music and navigation. However, keeping my phone on the dashboard puts it in direct sunlight, and so I often have to deal with devices overheating. Plus, I've always felt that there's a distinct upgraded experience in having a bigger dedicated display that connects your phone and instantly optimizes it for driving purposes. Now, if you drive a 2015 or newer vehicle, then chances are CarPlay and Android Auto options are already currently integrated into your vehicle. But for people with older vehicles such as myself, this would be a great option to look into. Now, I have owned the previous year's model of this panel as well as the current rendition. So in this review, I'll be kind of highlighting the differences between the two panels. So kicking it off with some of the pros, this panel has a sharper resolution than the previous year's model, and I found the visuals to be very crisp and easy to read while I'm driving. It boots up extremely fast, maybe as much as 15 to 20 seconds faster than the previous year's model. It also runs quiet because they took the fan out from the previous models, so you don't hear that humming noise, or especially when it's in quiet moments in your vehicle. So that is a plus. And they did add features such as a Bluetooth audio transmitter, equalizer settings for your music playback, and a screen auto brightness setting feature as well. Some of the negatives with this panel, even though they did change the screen resolution size, it made the text a little smaller than last year, than the previous year's model. So that may make it harder to read for some people. The panel does have wireless connectivity. I use my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra with it, but I found the wireless connectivity with my device to be unreliable. It started off connecting fairly well, and then over time, it became more of a 50-50 proposition where I just had to kind of toggle the Bluetooth on and off and it would connect. And I just got to the point where I had to plug in a USB cable to connect to the panel because the wireless connectivity was just not reliable. And that was a huge disappointment for me this year using this device. Also, the Bluetooth transmitter on this for playing your music was not good at all. I mean, it would connect to my car's Bluetooth, but it would constantly drop, and it would just, be random for minutes at a time. So I just ended up using the aux cord, and I know some cars may not have an integrated aux cord, so don't expect reliable audio from the Bluetooth transmitter or the FM transmitter that's available on this product. I also ended up not using any of the equalizer settings on there because it made the music sound worse. I think just playing it with the default equalizer setting is the best. And I ended up disabling the auto brightness feature on it because it did not adjust well to the settings. So I mean, it would be bright outside, but it made it the screen so dim that it made it hard to see what I was looking at. So I ended up just turning that off and just using it at max brightness all the time, and that worked best. So in conclusion, when this panel is working at its best, it is an amazing product, and I would highly recommend it. But your mileage may vary depending on the type of device you're connecting to it. I may have just had some issues with my Android device, but using an iPhone, you may have a better experience, and or using a different Android device, you might have a different experience. So you have to keep that in mind when using these type of panels. And I would go out on a limb to say to skip over this year's model and look for the 2022 8.8 screen panel, as I felt like from a performance standpoint, you'll get more reliable connectivity, and which is, I think, is more important than just having a brighter screen or a faster boot up time. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for your time and listening to me, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace.